You ever wonder why you keep slipping back into porn, laziness and bullshit even after years of self-improvement? Yeah, I found the reason, and it's the same reason Hamza keeps collapsing too. I'm gonna show you something he never taught you, something that actually kills your old habits permanently. It's the core of self-improvement 2.0, what we call the rebirth. And once you understand this, your old life doesn't stand a chance. So just like any Hamza Ahmed video, I'm gonna tell you a story. Now you ready? How the fuck does he record in this? I literally boiled 10 seconds in it. It's 11 p.m. I wanna kill myself. That's the only thought levitating in my mind while I'm staring at my phone screen in my dark room. But I don't understand why, because I'm on self-improvement for about 5 years now. Nothing seems to work. Well, later I'm gonna find out it's because of one crucial mistake everybody makes when they get into self-improvement. So I'll pull the curtain and show you my past, so you can understand why I wanted to kill myself. I met my friend Tommy 10 years ago on a Minecraft server that I owned. I was 14 years old. He was a fan of mine because back then I used to record YouTube videos about Minecraft. I used to be famous locally, like everybody knew me as the best guy, the best player in my country. But somehow me and Tommy got along so much that we were on Skype every single day after school and we played together until the dawn of time. Literally on Skype. If you know what Skype is, you're the fucking OG, man. Tommy didn't know it back then because I was an introvert and I didn't speak about anything like this to my friends, to my family, to anybody. But this was an escape for me from the real world. I didn't want to feel how much of a loser I was, so I played Minecraft 12 hours a day, every day. And that was one of the reasons why I was so good. In game I was the best, but in real life I was a nobody. The only people I had in my life were my mom, my stepdad, and that's it. I had no friends, and women were only a fantasy for me. As you listen to that, you might think that, oh, it's cute, you know, he's playing Minecraft, but I was really struggling. I didn't want to admit it even to myself, but I was struggling so much that I couldn't even live with myself. That's why I was playing Minecraft so fucking much. Anytime we had family come over, I would just shut myself in my room and don't do anything. Because I knew that if I was with them, they would make fun of me, they would make jokes, which would be like harmless jokes, you know, but for me that would hurt. So I would shut myself in my room and just don't do anything, don't even come out. Sometimes they came to see me, you know, to shake my hand and shit, but I was all alone. My biggest problem though was not Minecraft, but porn. That is the thing I ended every single day with. At 11 p.m. my routine started. If I didn't do it, I wouldn't be able to fall asleep. So there I am 10 years later in my bed with 5 years of meditating, 5 years of going outside, going to the gym. But I wanna kill myself. I just finished my routine from 10 years ago of jerking off and watching porn. The problem was my self-image, subconsciously, was still the same even after 10 years. I still saw myself as the guy who was doing this, who was jerking off, who was playing video games. Even though I wasn't doing much of that anymore, but I still saw myself as the guy who was struggling with porn. So I'm always getting snapped back into my old habits, even with 5 years of self-improvement under my belt. So that is exactly what's happening right now. I feel like I'm changing back into the person I always hated and I always have been. But the worst part, I felt powerless. Because I've done this so many times over those 5 years that I can't even count on my fingers. It's always the same. I head in the right direction, I'm making some progress, but I always get snapped back into my old habits like porn, games, and shit like that. It literally feels like I'm stuck inside of this loop that I can't escape. So no wonder I wanna kill myself. I know I'm not gonna fall asleep unless I do something about this. So I sat up. I switched on my table lamp and I started writing in my book. I was as brutal as it gets to myself. So I got a sick idea. I need to get on the rebirth. It's something I used to do back in the days, but I didn't really take it seriously. I was really sloppy with it. But this time, I know it's going to be different. I know this time is gonna change everything for me, for some reason. Initially, I decided I'm gonna go for 30 days, but after day 2, I decided I'm gonna go full 90 days because of how much I loved the effects. I was maybe like 15 days in, but I noticed it seems too good to be true. This literally feels like a dream. It literally feels like I'm no longer crawling to my goals, but I'm sprinting. It feels amazing though, but it feels off. I am convinced that this is just my mind playing tricks on me. This must be placebo. This must be like me being on this military almost routine and having this epiphany, this fucking joy in my eyes. And that must be the feeling, right? So I'm convinced this is not real, this is placebo. So day 30 comes, but it doesn't go away. In fact, it gets stronger. One day I'm on the gas station, I'm paying for my gas, I'm walking back to my car now, but my attention gets swayed instantly by this girl sitting in a black Mercedes next to my car. She's smiling and she even waved at me, so I waved back and I smiled as well. So as I'm getting inside of my car, I just think back to my days of Minecraft when I was playing with Tommy, you know, and I just remember how invisible I was to women. This like never happened to me. If you told me this would happen to me like 10 years in the future, I would laugh in your face. My self-image was so fucked up, my view of the world was so fucked up that I wouldn't even believe that this is possible. But then something very weird happens, you know. So as I start my car up, I look left and I see a boy coming to the black Mercedes. He sits next to her and they kiss. No fucking way, bro. No fucking way. She literally had a boyfriend and she was doing this. At this point, my internal energy is so high that I radiate high vibrations into the world. And people notice that. But stuff like this happens to me every single day, my friend. And that's simply because I decided to commit on the rebirth. But I still feel like this is like placebo, okay? Maybe I have a good mood that I'm on this military routine, so this must be fucking fake. I'm still convinced. Until one day, I was parked outside of my gym, just about to hit a workout. At this point, it was like 4 p.m. It's winter, so it's dark already. I can see like stars in the sky, there's no clouds, so it's really fucking nice. Like, I'm about to hit this fucking workout when it's dark. It feels like I'm grinding, you know. But just before I was about to leave my car and step outside, something was telling me, okay, Lucas, go back inside and check your phone, check your conversation with Tommy from Minecraft on WhatsApp. So that's exactly what I did. What I did not expect was to see a long voice note from him, so I'm like, what happened? Because something told me to go back and I did, and now I see this, so is he okay? But as I was playing it, I started smiling because he was telling me that he didn't expect the rebirth to be this fucking powerful. He didn't think it would leave this much of an impact on his life. I can literally feel the light and the joy and the power behind his words. It feels like he's experiencing exactly what I am experiencing with those high vibrations. Instead of saying something tragic like I thought, he started telling me how the rebirth made him feel alive again. It made him feel like he's conquering something. He now has a girlfriend. When he's running, he feels his body perform like never before. He was able to go from not being able to run even 5 kilometers now to being able to run 21, which is like a half marathon, in just 30 days. And when he fucking wrote that in the ChatGPT, he said it told him that it's gonna take like 4 months to do that, maybe more. There he was 30 days later, boom. But the most important thing he told me in that voice note was that he got accepted into the military, which is something he set as a goal for himself at the start of the rebirth. And hearing that, I can hear the fucking excitement in his voice. So that right there was enough. As I'm in my car listening to the roaring of my engine, I almost shed a tear because that was a proof. So that is the moment I realized that my eyes were not deceiving me. This was not placebo. This is real life because this shit is fucking real. And by the way, Tommy is like the guy who doesn't really believe in anything like woohoo. Seeing him fucking say this to me, that was enough, bro. When I look back on this timeline you just heard, I can't help but think about Hamza and Hamza fans, how they always go to the right path, but they always get snapped back and battling their bad habits. I know this because I was one of them. Even Hamza said it himself. He didn't meditate for I don't fucking know how long. I don't watch him that much anymore. But he said he's back on it again. I can promise you, bro, if he doesn't do what I tell you to do next, he's gonna be here again doing the same shit, because he's gonna fall back into weed, into porn, into fucking low quality girls, into being like a degenerate like he always was. And in a few years that's gonna happen again. It's gonna be like a cycle, you know. He's doing good, then he's disappeared for a second, being indecisive, then he's gonna go back to self-improvement, and it's a fucking loop. It's a fucking trap that I don't want you to go on. And this is no means hating Hamza. I like him, like I told you. But that's not just Hamza. It's all of us. When we don't change our ways, no matter how many hours we meditate per day, we'll always return to who we subconsciously think we are. But I want you, my friend, to go higher. I want you to start walking to your highest self, because the rebirth, aka self-improvement 2.0, is designed to do that. As you can see, I was able to fucking do this. Only after 5 years I realized how to fucking escape this trap. So you don't have to waste your time. You can just listen to me blindly and say, okay, I'm gonna trust this motherfucker talking to me right now, and I'm gonna fucking see what this is. Because if he was able to see results like this, never needing to fucking worry about bad habits again, I want that. If that's you, fucking let's go, bro. If that's not you, just click off right now, because this might not be for you. You might be one of those weird motherfuckers, weird retards online who type negative comments behind their keyboards without actually trying anything. If that's you, fucking get out. I don't want you here. I don't want your attention. I don't want your fame. I want nothing with you. I want only the real ones who liked the message I just said. And I want to work with you guys. I want to help you. If you're not ready for this, that's fine. But for those who are, for those who feel this message in their chest, this is where your journey starts. Look, I'm not perfect, as you can see from my story, but I found a solution for all of us. Even for Hamza, if he wants to listen to me. So at this point, you might be wondering, okay, what is the rebirth? Because if it's this powerful, I need to know more about it. Okay, the rebirth has 8 laws. I'm not gonna go into them here because this video might be 40 minutes long. Instead, I made a video about it already, so if you're interested, I'm gonna link it somewhere. But what I am gonna do here, so you don't have to fucking be in the loop anymore, escape the trap and actually live those good habits without worrying about bad habits anymore, I'm gonna tell you this. And that thing is, my friend, as you already heard in the story, I wanna teach you how to escape your negative self-image about yourself, because that is the wormhole to success. So let's make this very simple for you. Self-image is basically how you see yourself in your subconscious. Yeah? Let's say you wanna quit smoking, yeah? If you see yourself as a guy who struggles with smoking, you're never gonna stop smoking because you're always gonna associate that with being hard. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna stop smoking for 2 weeks. Then 1 week you're gonna be a little bit lazy, you know, not really following on the structure or the discipline you set for yourself. But then what's gonna happen is you're gonna slowly slip back into your bad habits, which is smoking. You're gonna start smoking again. This is gonna become a loop for you. You're gonna attempt to stop, but then you're gonna be pulled back into smoking, and you're gonna then realize, okay, I'm smoking again, I need to stop. So you're gonna do it again and again and again. And that's exactly what's happening to us, my friend, with bad habits like porn, with bad habits like weed, video games, and all those other habits. For me, it was porn. And also scrolling on my phone. That was the biggest problem, actually, because that was causing porn for me. So how do you escape a negative self-image like this? It's very simple. There are a few tools you can use. I'm gonna show you one, but if you want to go deeper into this, I'll show you more inside the highest self on school. But if you don't, just remember that visualizations rewire who you are. So that thing is, as you can see, visualizations. Visualizations can absolutely change your self-image in 28 days, which is why the rebirth is called the rebirth, because it's gonna kill the old version of you and make you born again. Whatever happened to you prior to this moment doesn't matter, because you, my friend, are born again. So let me tell you exactly why visualizations work. Your brain has no idea. It can't tell the difference between a real fucking memory and imagined memory. This is important because your brain stores those memories inside. But based off those memories that's stored inside of your brain, that's how you are gonna act. If we can change those memories, we can change everything. Brother, your mind controls the world. It controls everything around you. What your mind is your reality. So if we can change those memories, which we can with visualizations, we can change everything for you. By the way, somebody asked me a stupid question. Bro, can I build my dream body in 2 weeks on the rebirth? Don't be fucking retarded, bro. You can't build a dream body in 2 weeks. But what you can do is you can build the person who's gonna build that body in 2 weeks. That's way more important than any fucking bodybuilding protocol that you can fucking find on the internet. So with visualizations, we create artificial memories, which your brain doesn't even know if it's real or not. It thinks it's the same. But the thing is, we have to do it long enough, like 20 days at least. When we do that, we're gonna overwrite the old memories. So what you're gonna be left with is a self-image of a person you always wanted to be. You wanna stop smoking? Sure. Give me 30 days and you're gonna stop smoking. If you want to be good at conversations with women, cool. Give me 30 days and I'm gonna show you how to do that. And another thing, my friend, about visualizations, the actions of those good habits you visualize are gonna feel easier, much easier. It's gonna feel like at home. So let's put this into practice, yeah? So you wanna stop watching porn. You start visualizing yourself as the person who doesn't do it, but when he gets an urge to do it, you see yourself in your mind's eye as a person who just laughs at it. He has a girl next to him. That's what you're gonna see. The key here is to make these visualizations as fucking real as you can, because they only work if it's as real as you can make them. And I'm sure Hamza talked about this in one of his videos about the self-image, but chances are, because he's where he is, he wasn't doing shit about it. He was actually procrastinating on self-image work, which is why he is where he is. My friend, if you like this, I want you to join me on the rebirth. I'm still on it. You have to join our Discord server, which is free. It's the first link in the description. You're gonna find out more about how to do it, what it is, why you should do it. But if you really want to know the details about what it is, how to do it, the laws, the special things we do on the rebirth, then click the video that's gonna appear in the middle of your screen in a second. But if you just want to have everything in one place and you don't need to search for anything on my channel, which is probably the best approach, because about visualization I don't really talk about in this video, but I talk about that in my school community. So if you want everything in one place for a price of one book, then click the second link in the description and you're gonna see things I don't really talk about on YouTube, because I don't think we would survive with YouTube policies and shit. There are things I can't explain fully here because YouTube is not the place for deep work. That's why I created the highest self. And there's a special discount only for the first 10 people who join. Instead of paying for the price of 3 books, you pay for 1. And the thing is, every single day I literally add something new I learned from those books and from my own life into it. So you're literally paying for 1 book, but you're getting the value of hundreds of books, because there's a library of material that is going to change your life. I speak about consciousness, I speak about how to build your body, I speak about women, I speak about sex, and all those other things. I'm not gonna tell you. You have to look, bro. So ask yourself one question right now, bro. What would your highest self do right now? We go above and beyond. Bah!